I'm breaking my fast now at 3 p.m. I'm having 2 slices keto French toast, 2 scrambled eggs with half an ounce of sharp shredded cheese, half an avocado, 4 slices of bacon, and 3 tablespoons of sugar-free syrup. This is going to be one main meal today, but I plan to have some keto ice cream later. This meal is so delicious and filling. What do you eat to break your fast most days?
Hello, it's Keto Granny. How are you all doing today? I hope you have had success on your daily goals. That's why it's so important to set daily goals every day, especially sometimes you may find it hard to set weekly goals. Break those weekly goals down into daily goals. It makes it a whole lot easier. Okay? So I usually set goals by the day here lately. And that's because sometimes it's harder for me to stay on track when I set goals for my 7 days. I do set an overall goal plan, and then I break it down into what I actually need to do in order to make this plan work. And I do that daily. Now, I have certain patterns that I find. I know that I like to eat at certain times. Also, I know what type of foods that I like to eat. This helps a lot in planning your day and planning for success. You yourself should make a plan every day. Decide when you want to add in your exercise. If you don't get it in when you want to, you can always add it in later in the day. Decide how long you want to exercise for during the day. I try to aim for at least 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And if you have to, break your exercise up into 10 minutes, 15-minute intervals, whatever works for you. Just as long as you try to get some exercise in, some body movement. Because remember, if you don't move, you're going to lose it. As you get older, you're going to get stiffer. That's a fact. So move every day so that your body is used to this movement. And it would make it easier for you as far as exercising. Now, I know some days when I get up, I am really stiff. And sometimes it takes me a minute to really get going. So you know what your schedule is as far as with how long it takes for your body to start functioning properly in the morning. Notice that if you don't notice it, okay? Notice how long it takes your body to start functioning in the morning, okay? As far as warming up is what I mean. And notice if you add an exercise, especially when you first wake up, notice the difference in how you will feel as far as your movement and getting around. All of these things will be better. Now, today I didn't get to exercise in the morning like I want to. So like now it's like almost 9 o'clock at night. I'm going to go ahead and lift some weights for about 15 or 20 minutes. And that's going to count as my exercise because today, let's see, so far I've only gotten in a little over 3,500 steps for today. So I'm going to also add in some steps as much as I can. If I can, I'm going to try to get up to my 10,000 if I have to run in place, do a lot of movement or whatever. You can aim to reach your goals every day. For the month of August, I want to walk 100 miles for the month of August. I've done it before, so this is going to be a challenge for me because this is like starting over for me also as far as with the exercise and different things like that, as far as doing them daily. I encourage everyone to exercise daily, myself, you, and others, because it is so helpful and it is so beneficial, especially as we age, And then if you're younger, you want to keep your body moving and in motion also. But like I said, as we age, it is so important to keep our body in motion. Remember that a body in motion stays in motion. That's what they say, and that is true. Today, I had some really good meals. I had one big meal today, so it's more like an OMAD. I had French toast, 2 pieces of French toast. Let me go ahead and review my cart manager with you for today while I am sitting here, and then I will post it. I posted it yesterday in a video, but I did 2 copies of that video, and I posted the wrong one. So since it had already started getting views, I just left it up. And I will try to make sure that I post the right one tonight. But today, as far as my meals, I had some really good meals. And I counted my net carbs today. Now, I would usually count my net carbs when I am eating my keto bread, especially if it's the bread that's bought from the store. Because the net carbs, I take all that fiber out of that bread when I am eating it. Because the numbers are better. That's why. But I do also look at my total carbs, and I try to keep those total carbs under a certain number for the day also. Now, for today, so far I have had, so far for today I have had 38.8. Only 38.8 grams of protein, and I have 83.2 grams of protein left to eat. I had 97.2 grams of fat, and I had 10.9 net carbs. Total carbs was 56. Calories were 1,163. I have 788 left to eat. Now, the time right now is almost 9 o'clock, so you know I am not going to eat a meal that heavy this late. So today is going to turn into an OMAD day, which is okay with me. It's fine with me. Tomorrow, I will have more protein I will add in. Today, like I said, I had that big meal. I ate what I wanted. It fits my macros. My macros look good as far as keto macros. And then also what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and make my bread tonight. I've been putting it off, but I have everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and put my protein sparing modified fasting bread together. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in the oven so that I can have that to eat on instead of my keto white bread. Now, you can make that bread where it tastes good too. Now, I like the protein sparing modified fasting bread, but when you make it, you will notice the taste is a whole lot different than the regular bread. So it will be up to you to decide what type of things that you want to eat to add into your keto diet. Now, a lot of people say, what is keto? Keto is a high-fat, low-carbohydrate way of eating. Sometimes I say diet, but what I actually mean to say it is a lifestyle because it involves change. It involves change in the way you eat, and you have to eat this way all the time in order to get the best benefits. It's not something where you can eat one way one day, add in all of your things like your candies and your pastries and stuff, and then count your calories, keep them under, and then go to the next day and, go back and forth. It's not that type of a lifestyle. If that's the type of lifestyle that you want to have, it's probably best that you don't do the keto diet. Okay, it's probably the best that you choose some other type of diet that may give you a little bit more leniency on your eating and everything. But if you are doing keto, you want to be producing ketones. And the only way you're going to produce ketones is to go very low carb, okay, and high fat. Fat is what is going to sustain you between your meals. It's going to make you feel full. Fat is going to help give you your energy. And fat is really what your body is going to start running on instead of sugar and glucose. This is the goal that you want to obtain when you start doing the ketogenic diet. Keto is not hard to do. It is not hard to do. I tell a lot of people when you first start with eating meat and vegetables, adding just a little bit of olive oil to your salads. And then stop cooking with the vegetable oils and canola oils and those type of things. Just start cooking with avocado oil, with ghee. That's why I usually tell everyone to start. Start with those little major changes in your diet and start adding in more leafy green vegetables, more cruciferous vegetables. All of these things will help you reach and maintain your goals. Everybody's body is made differently. My body is made differently than yours. Yours is made different than mine. Thank God. Thank God. Isn't that the truth? But our bodies still need nutrients. Everybody needs nutrients. We need protein. We need all of these things in order to live well and in order for our bodies to develop correctly and right. Today I went to the doctor and first thought I had some bad news and everything, heart failure. And that's something that I have been concerned about because I know that one of my parents was misdiagnosed. They were being treated for something else, and they should have been being treated for congestive heart failure, and they weren't. So I am concerned about different little things that happen with my health, things that are hereditary. And those are things that I have to, be concerned about as I get older also. So the doctor gave me good news that I don't have heart failure. Let's just say that I don't have heart failure. And that makes me feel good because my heart is beating on the low side of normal. So if some of you will know what I'm talking about and some of you won't, but my heart beats on the low side of normal right now, but it's not heart failure. So that makes me feel good. I asked the doctor, if I continue to exercise, if I continue to walk, if I continue to, just eat correctly, and will these things help? And first she said no, and I was like, what? And then I refigured my question and asked her again, and she said, oh, yes. But she was more concerned that I would add in aerobics. Aerobics, she said, is what is good for the heart. Cardio. So I told her I do add in my cardio. Walking to me is cardio. Walking is cardio. So I told her, these are things that I'm doing. I'm starting back where I'm doing them 3 to 4 times a week to start. And then I told her, but I'm working toward daily. So they told me that I'm doing the right things that I need to do. I'm eating correctly, and, I'm taking medicines. I take things like zinc. As far as extra medication, I take zinc, I take magnesium, I take potassium, I take vitamin C, I take vitamin D3. And let's see. I have a few of them sitting out on the table. But those are some of the extra things that I myself have asked the doctor, can I add it to my diet? Now, I was taking collagen peptides, but I am finding that I prefer to get my collagen more through bone cartilage and through bone broth. This is a good way to get your collagen, and really it's a better way to get your collagen than filling up on all these collagen powders and different things like that. You can get your collagen from foods, okay? You can get your collagen from foods. So this is what I'm working more on doing, getting back to making my bone broth and things like this. I haven't made bone broth in a long time, but I'm going to, like I said, I'm getting back into getting all these things back in my refrigerator so that I can get back up to losing weight like I want to. I can't say that I'm living not a good life right now, because I am, as far as my health is concerned, I have helped it a lot and turned it around a lot just by weight loss, eating better foods like green leafy vegetables, cruciferous vegetables, taking sugar out of my diet. Even though I am eating fats, I don't eat a bunch of fats because I want my body to use its fat. So I am adapting my diet to where it's going to fit my lifestyle and be most beneficial to me, which is what you have to do also. If there are certain foods that you don't like, don't eat them. Not today when I was eating my breakfast, that one meal today, it looked like it was so much on my plate. And it was a lot, like I said, that I had. But it was so filling. And I was going to save some to eat later on this afternoon. And I decided, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and have this meal, finish this meal. And I ate that whole meal, and it took me right at half an hour. I enjoyed it. And one meal a day, I really do enjoy when I eat the one meal a day. It may be a big meal sometime, but the calories are always low whenever I do that. If I eat late in the afternoon, I know I'm just going to really basically have that one meal, and I may add in another snack or something because I'm trying to get my calories a little bit higher, or, get one of my macronutrients up. But one thing about keto, like they said, if you're hungry, don't eat. So I've been practicing that. Also, you have to practice that. If you're hungry, don't eat. Just stop. Don't eat. So for the past couple of days, I haven't had an appetite, so I just haven't been eating. I just eat, what I can. The rest I put away, and I'll use it for a leftover meal the next day. It comes in so handy, and plus I don't have to cook. So like I was going to do my meal prep tonight, but then I'm not that hungry, so I said, okay, I'm not going to go ahead and cook my salmon, but I have a great meal prep for myself this week, and I just can't wait to put it together, and get started. But tonight I am going to go ahead and make my bread. So I'm going to share that with you tomorrow, my bread that I made, because I may make buns and different things like that. And also I got me one of the little mats. I've been had that mat, and I haven't tried my mat yet, so I'm really interested in trying my mat. And when I say my mat, let me show you what I'm talking about. Guys, I have had this for so long. I got it out the store. Bought it from the store when they first started talking about the protein sparing, modified fasting, and how you can cook on these little plastic sheets. So I have me one of these sheets, but I have never used it. And I noticed it has little circles on it and stuff like that. So these little circles, I feel are like where you would put your rolls. And it has little dimensions, like I guess you would put your rolls there, and it would maybe show how big it's going to get. But it has 15 places on here that you can place rolls. So I guess you can get 15 rolls, or it shows you that you can cook and you can get different sizes depending on what you want when you put on this mat. Another good thing I thought about it is that it has measurements on the side. It has inches and it has centimeters. Now, I really don't know how that plays into using this, but I'm going to learn, okay? Now, I have a lot of the other silicone, muffin pans and different things that I use also. And these come in very, very handy also. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button now. I do share videos. I try to do them on a regular basis, at least once a week. I like to share some of my recipes that I make sometimes. And then I like to just share things that I do outside of the kitchen with keto. I like to share my keto lifestyle also. And I hope that, you find some good information in some of the things that I do and some of the things that I share. If you have any questions about anything, if you leave them below, I'll be glad to answer them for you. Um, I am a certified keto coach. That's not something that I throw around all the time, but I am a certified keto coach. And I love to help people lose weight. I love to talk about keto. I believe that what happened here, since I have been, I say locked up at home since this COVID, I've kind of went back to, adding in little extra things in my diet that shouldn't be there. I'm only human just like everyone else. Even though I am a coach, I eat just like everyone else do too. Okay. So I'm just having fun and talking about it. But that is why I so slowed down with my keto consulting, because how are you going to be consulting me and you big as a house? You best to get yourself together first before you start trying to tell me something. Now that's the way I would feel about any coach that I had. If you're coaching me on losing weight, you got to make sure that you're on top of your game also. Okay? But you have to remember that a lot of the coaches, as I've seen a lot of them, they regain weight and they lose it. They regain weight and they lose it. That was one of the things with me. I was looking at YouTube and we were talking about how the coach gained 60 pounds so that she could help her client lose weight, show them how easy it is to lose it. That ain't true. That ain't true for me anyway. I saw that, so I was like, okay, I can afford to gain a few little pounds and then, lose them back. Just go ahead, It just got so hard there. I don't want to say with making like two separate kind of dishes when you have a lot of people to cook for. And then or else, me eating only certain things, but I still had to season them for everyone. So I'd have to take my stuff out first and have it separately and stuff. So now with just me and my husband here right now, it makes it a whole lot easier for me to get meal preps done and all of those different things. A lot of the times I have my grandkids. And when they come, I want them to have fun. I want them to eat like they, should eat. I know how they should eat. So I'm going to make them good meals anyway. But they get to have those little extra treats and little extra things also. So I don't want to try to make someone else eat the way that I eat. Or, say that you really can't have candies and snacks and different things in the house. I have to learn to control myself. You have to be able to control yourself. Really, really. Okay? You can't really expect for people to not bring snacks in the house and different things like that. I know some people who are like that and they stick to it. But I'm not. I'm not that strict as far as anything with eating and on my diet. I hope you've had a good day as far as your ketogenic diet and the foods that you're eating and everything. Now, sometimes what I run into at the end of the day, sometimes I want to have a cocktail. And I know that if you're doing keto, if you're going to have a cocktail, it's really best to have it kind of earlier than later in the evening. Like for me, it's like 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night, and I'm up and I'm like, okay, I'd like to have a little cocktail before I go to bed tonight, maybe. It said that if you're going to have a cocktail or anything like that, you should have it earlier in the day. And then you know that if you are having those type of things, it should be clear. Okay, it should be clear what you are having. If you're having an alcoholic drink, remember that. You don't want the brown liquors, okay? It should be clear. A lot of people have asked, can you have alcohol or cocktail drinks? Yes, long as you are drinking the right thing. You want things like, I believe, dry wines are the best. Is that what they call them? Things like Chardonnay. When I have something, it's usually something like that. Now, I'm not a drinker or anything like that, so I don't have these type of things very often. But sometimes and occasionally, I do want to have a grown-up drink, okay? Now, it's almost bedtime for me, so I'm going to get ready to take my medications for tonight. And then I've got to also have a paparazzi jewelry show. I haven't had much energy, like I said, since I have gotten over the COVID. And so I have to, get back in step with everything. I love it that I'm getting back and starting back with my exercise and different things like that, and I'm being consistent. Consistency is the key. Remember that. You have to be consistent. Be as consistent as you can while you are trying to reach your goals. Add in exercise consistently. Eat leafy green vegetables. Eat cruciferous vegetables. Learn what oils you need to cook with and what oils you need to stay away from. I find out that this is some of the most difficult things for people to understand that I know, that I have been teaching and telling about the keto. They may be cooking and they may be eating some of the good foods. And once they tell me what they're going to, I use my vegetable oil. I use my canola oil. I am out of, these oils. And I'm telling you, you cannot use those type of oils to cook. You can, but they're very inflammatory. So pay attention to the type of oils that you're cooking in. You could be doing everything else right as far as the ketogenic diet. You could be doing that one thing wrong, and it will keep you out of ketosis. So this is Keto Granny saying, I hope that you have had a good day, just an awesome day like I have had today with my keto. I hope that you are making some progress. I'm making progress. Everybody always wants for progress to be a little bit faster, a little bit quicker. But progress sometimes is slow. However you progress, keep going. Don't give up. Okay? If you haven't, make sure that you hit that little box over in the corner so that you can subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss any videos that I release or share. And also, if this is the first time that you have visited my channel, I want to say thank you for stopping by and visiting Keto Granny. I am so glad that you are here. You could have been anywhere else, but you took a little time to come by and visit with Granny, and I really do appreciate it. Make sure that you comment. Hit the like button if you like these type of videos. And if there's anything else that you would like for me to share, please put it in the comments below. And give me encouragement. I love encouragement. I need encouragement. That's what keeps me going. It keeps me on track. It keeps me focused. And it helps me to stay more accountable. So this is Keto Granny saying have a great night. And I will see you tomorrow.